There's been a very disturbing development in the Communist Party of the Russian Federation. Just recently, the party came out in favor of a criminal punishment for anyone who comes out as homosexual. That's right, Gennady Zyuganov and the rest of his party officially support putting people in jail for coming out as homosexual. Now, this is a kind of thing that I've said was coming before. Now, communism or Marxist movements in general are not evolving the way it is that people are claiming. The trend right now, if one really pays attention, is that Marxist-Leninists are trending towards fascism. Or more specifically, they're trending towards third positionism. Look at the Donbass people. Go there and Google this. How many times have they made anti-Semitic comments? Like, I've even heard the head of the one, I think it was Donetsk, who said that basically the NATO aggression against them was by the Jews. And other times they've made incredibly homophobic statements. Marxism-Leninism around the world, or the people who proclaim to be Marxist-Leninists, are trending towards third positionism. And that's an absolute fact. Does that mean Marxism-Leninism is fascism? No, of course not. But the people who claim to be it are trending towards that. Even look in the United States. Some of the parties are starting to put forth some kind of quasi-fascist ideas. Now let's go to the other end of this. Look at Maoists in the First World. And I say this as a Maoist myself. It's an utter disgrace. You've got basically Maoist parties all over the First World jumping on the gender bandwagon, where everything that they're saying is about gender this, gender that. None of that is going to lead to revolution. And in fact, none of that even has anything to do with revolution. Why do you think that's happening? Why do you think the Marxist-Leninists are turning fascist and the Maoists are just completely turning into Tumblr? Because they're incapable of reaching anyone. The Maoists are always jumping on the gender identity thing because they can't actually reach the workers. They can't even reach the black masses because neither one of them wants to do revolution. All the radical elements got purged right out of Black Lives Matter, then officially joined the Democratic Party. Even the Revolutionary Communist Party of Canada, which really downplays the gender stuff to try to make their stance more reasonable, they claim to be doing people's war. But there's no war going on. I mean, it's literally a bunch of college campus kids who don't even have guns, but they claim they're in a state of people's war. That doesn't even make any sense. It's complete fiction. And I've been saying this for some time, but this is how bad First Worldism is. Right now, communism or Marxism is weaker than it has ever been. Since revolutionary movements started, globally, Marxism is weaker now than at any point. And that's an absolute fact. We don't live in the 1960s when Maoism was sweeping across Asia and Latin America. We don't live in the 40s and 50s when Marxism-Leninism was stomping across Europe. These times are past. That's not the way things are anymore. But if you listen to these kids on Facebook, they're running around claiming that revolution is going to be happening at any time, and that they're full of revolutionary potential, and so are the people of America and Canada. But such a statement is absolutely ridiculous. There's no revolutionary potential there. They've actually made it quite clear they don't want to do revolution. How many times have we gone through this? Right after 9/11, some groups, particularly the Avakian RCP, said, well, that's it. You know, the masses are going to get energized because there's going to be more fascism coming up in America, the Patriot Act and all that. And now's going to be the time when we can move in and we can do revolution. It never happened. Global recession, 2008. All these parties stand up, all these fucking internet groups stand up. They said, this is it. The revolution's going to happen now. All we have to do is organize people who are angry and we're going to have it. Nothing happened. Occupy Wall Street takes off. And all of them, again, same thing. This is it. This is people rising up. This is spontaneous class consciousness. And we're going to move in and we're going to do revolution. completely ends up in the hands of the Democratic Party. The people never learn. And the same thing happened with Black Lives Matter. They were all acting like this was going to be it. This was going to be the total Black Panther style black liberation. Nothing happened. It went directly into the hands of the Democratic Party. People just aren't listening to what's going on. They're not paying attention to the material conditions that are present right now. And things are bad. Things are actually really bad. The Naxalites are shrinking. Their numbers are down to about 8,000. They were previously once at 20,000. The numbers in the NPA have reduced significantly to the point where they're not really carrying out military operations that much anymore. They're few and far between now. The fact is, globally, communism is dying. The spirit of communism, of revolution, is dying. It's not growing. It's shrinking. The numbers are there. We can see them for a fact. But everybody's too busy running around thinking that revolution is going to happen at any minute. Oh, look, we got this party in some third world country to say solidarity with us. That means we're real revolutionaries for people who've never even held a gun before. This is nonsense. There is a very real problem going on here. Revolution across the world is failing. And that's very, very obvious. But all you have is a bunch of delusional first world kids that are running around talking about how they're going to be the next Lenin, or, yeah, I'm totally revolutionary, we totally do it, and you're a joke for saying that we don't have revolutionary potential. Yet, newsflash, you really don't. I don't, you don't, and so is like 99% of the people who are watching my videos. Because I'm not living in delusion here. There is something seriously wrong. What theory everybody is using is wrong. It's not working. It needs to be updated, and something has to be developed. Because you cannot just sit here in absolute delusion and claim revolution's going on. It's certainly not here. And in the third world, it's actually dying. So we got to sit down, we got to figure out what's going on here. Because living in this, little Facebook communist delusion is hurting everyone. If you like this video and you'd like to see more of them, then head over to my Patreon page and show your support. Or you can go to the MRN bookstore and check out some of the latest books available. Don't forget to rate, comment, subscribe, and share on various social media.